I checked out See Your Love, this very cute BL. I was recommended it a lot of times during my recent videos about like my favorite BL couples with the best chemistry and the best, most intense kisses in BLs. And I'm really glad for the recommendations because I went and rushed and basically binged this whole series, at least the I believe 11 episodes that are out right now. And wow, there was a lot going on with this show. Let me get into it a little bit more. Hi, I'm Monique. I am the host of Off by Purple Heart podcast, where I talk to you about K-dramas, C-dramas, BTS, and so much more. I am really happy that a lot of people recommended See Your Love. It is such a cute BL. It is a great way to binge a very comforting show for the end of the year. I will say though, I was kind of taken aback by how kind of goofy and slapsticky it was at first. Like I would say the first 2 to 3 episodes were a little out there. Some of the music choices, like some of the sound effects in the background were kind of, they were kind of something, but I really enjoyed it. The basic premise with the show is that we have two main characters. We have Xiao Pang, who is deaf and he is nonverbal in his communication. He uses sign language. He's a caregiver and he really wants his independence. He comes from a very loving family, and I actually really love his family dynamic. Like everyone's super supportive. His mom is really eccentric and wacky. His dad is really sweet and soft, and he, I think, has been pretty sheltered by them, and he's really looking for his independence, and he's having a hard time getting a job. He's being discriminated against, a lot of ableism, and through weird circumstances, he runs into our second character, our other male lead, Sean, or Xiang, and he is a very spoilt, rich man, and he is the heir to his father's business and company, and his father wants him to overtake his business, which he genuinely does not want to do. He does come off bratty, but he does have a softer, sweeter side to him, and he does have this artistic side. They literally collide into one another through a chase on like, to be fair, this guy is being chased all over the damn place because he has a hit out on him, and I think it's because he comes from this high profile family and his father's very powerful, and there are some enemies at play that want to be rid of him, so all sorts of hijinks ensue. As I said, the first few episodes are really slapsticky and I wasn't really sure how to take the show, but because I saw a lot of recommendations for the show, and I happened to go on Twitter and I saw a very interesting clip of their major first intense kiss, that I decided to watch it more because I was like, ooh, there's a lot of emotion there. It was very palpable chemistry in that very short clip I saw on Twitter. So I was like, let me check this out. And then as I got more into the show, it actually got so much sweeter, and you really do get to see these two characters really love and care for one another, and their little acts of service towards one another becomes really apparent, and their relationship becomes so much deeper. I actually really like how Sean as the character actually gets a lot better. He betters himself a lot more. He very quickly actually learns sign language so that he can communicate with Xiao Pang effectively, and I was really happy by that. I was actually really happy by the amount of sign language that was actually shown in the show, and it gave me like the fluffy feels very similar to how I Hear Sunspot, which was another BL, I believe a Japanese BL. I might be mistaken in that, but I do know that it aired earlier this year. I had a little bit of criticisms towards the final episodes for it, but I really did enjoy it, and I really do enjoy the representation of sign language. I think the actors are doing pretty well, and I really like Xiao Peng as a character, and I love that he can defend himself and he can fight. Love that. Let me tell you, the kisses in this show, super intense. When the two characters actually finally realize their romantic feelings for one another, there's like a big crisis that happens, and they really come together, and I love that they were super honest with one another. So the kiss, phenomenal. I guess one of the few things I don't like is kind of like how some of the female characters are being treated in the show. I don't really like that. I think the best friend, Shu He of Xiao Pang, there's this whole jealousy arc because she knew Xiaopeng when she was really young, and she's kind of been integrated into the family. Don't really like that angle. And then there's this fiance Jessica that pops up for Sean, and he is basically ordered to marry her because it's kind of bringing together two major families and joining of resources, but he has no choice in it whatsoever. There's no love there, and she's kind of playing like the jealous ex and creating all sorts of mischief, and I'm really not a fan of that. I don't like seeing female characters being used as antagonists to keep the two male characters from getting together. That's kind of a bugaboo of mine, but this show is very tropey. There's tons of BL tropes in it, but overall it's just super sweet. That kiss though, that major kiss, incredible. They have some wicked chemistry. So I have to say, overall, I was really happy with checking this show out, and it's very easy to binge. I think each episode is around like the 20-25 minute mark. So all in all, it's actually a pretty sweet ride, and I love it. I love shows that kind of give you comfort. Chemistry's good, simple premise. I really like it. So let me know your thoughts. Have you checked out See Your Love? If you want a nice BL to kind of bring in the last days of 2024, I think this is a good one. Yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. If you're watching the YouTube format of this podcast, let me know your thoughts down in the description. If you're listening via Spotify or Apple, really love you, really appreciate you as well. I thought my last podcast was going to be my final for 2024, but I think this will be my final one, I think. I always say that, and then I end up having inspiration to film something else and to record something else, but I think this is going to be it. So hopefully I'll see you guys in 2025 with some brand new podcasts, with some exciting shows. I really am excited. There's some great stuff down the pipeline. Anyways, till the next episode, hopefully in the new year. Happy holidays, happy new year.